Lake County, 1876. Grayback rebels trying to run the risk, seeking vengeance for their southern pride. Yeah. Jesse James along for the ride. They ride. They ride. September 7th, they rode into town just to take old Ames down. Colt 45 strapped across their hips, yeah. JYG etched in the grip, and I often think about when they roll into my town. Will they try to roll the dice? They ain't Minnesota nice. Minnesota nice. Where White Dusters 3 walked in the bank, walked out to open sea. Haywood cried, said, "Don't kill me," but that time lock won't open till 3. They ride. They ride. They tried to run, they tried to hide. Those Yankees think the bullets fly. The town folk stood there crying.
All right, welcome back to Kansas City, Missouri, Court 36, the Convention Center for St. John's Johnny Volleyball. Match 2 of day 1, 3-day tournament here. Johnny's the C seed. In this pool, they've already taken down the A seed. That was Eau Claire, and this is Parker. Parker, 15th seed overall in the tournament. This will be a battle. Just like the first one, it went 3. And it looks like Parker is going to start things off. And there we go. Murnane goes outside. Blazer up high and off at the deflection. First point goes to St. John's on a big-time kill from Aiden Blazer. Murnane works his way back to the service stripe. Nice serve. The overball sent back by Blazer. Another point. St. John's. Murnane gonna get after it again. This time it catches the neck cord, comes back on the Johnny side. It's a point Parker. They're on the board. 2-1. Johnny's lead in match 2. Vicious serve off the neck cord, picked up by Blazer. Murnane goes back to Blazer, off the block and to the floor. Blazer scores for St. John's. Earns his way back to the service stripe. He'll serve 3-1. It's into the 1. It's on the blue tile for the ace. Blazer with the ace scores for St. John's, and it's 4-1. Right side attack, a big swing. It's into the block and down on the Johnny side. Point Parker. I'd like to welcome the Scheider crew. I think we got quite a few Scheider viewers in the Twin Cities area. Thanks for joining. Murnane, nice set back to Mbapu. He goes cross court for the winner. Ulati Mbapu scores for the Johnnies. 5-2, and now Owen Scram back to serve. Scram sends a deep 5, picked up by Parker. Miscommunication on the attack. Free ball for the Johnnies outside. Baldessari down off one blocker's head, off onto the second blocker's head, onto the floor for a Johnny point. 6-2. Scram goes again. This one deflected high, and nice save in the back row and comes across. Blazer is there. Murnane with options, goes to Mbapu off the high hands. Looks like it hit the antenna first, then the high hands. Point Parker. Serve over. Quick set into Scheider. Scheider launches it deep. Point Parker. Balls coming flying in from the neighboring court. 2 in a row. Hammering away at the net here. Serve down the line. Baldessari is there. Back to Baldessari. Through the block and to the floor. Baldessari scores for the Johnnies. And now Mpofu. Mpofu back to serve. Toss. Strike. Picked up by Parker. Left side attack is a good one through the block and to the floor. Point Parker. 7-5. Johnny's clinging to a 2-point lead. Parker to serve. Big toss, big swing off the net cord. Picked up. Baldessari from the back row punches at it. Picked up in the back row by Parker. Back row attack. It's a good one. Nice dig by Hagel. Parker's going to attack again. Joust won by Parker, but here they come. Strong side attack off the high hands. Hagel goes down to get it. Feel like they whacked his chin on the floor. But he didn't split that thing open. Point Parker. 7-6 Parker. Again, warm-up ball from the court behind us. Blazer, nice pass. Middle attack. Scheider off the block. Picked up by Parker. They're going to go right side. Big swing over the block. Blazer is there. Murnane sends it all the way across. We get a net violation on St. John's. Looks like I got a snafu here. I'll fix that later. 7-7 the score. Mpofu. Nice attack. Scoring for the Johnnies, making it 8-7. Ball into our broadcast booth. I'm kind of got a mess going on here right now. Trying to fix the score. It's 8-7 Johnnies. Baldessari to serve. There's the serve, picked up by Parker. Strong side attack, tipped off the block, and Mpofu is there. Murnane all the way across. Blazer down the line for the kill. Point Johnnies.
Those are those risky sets we like to see. The easy choice would have been to set the white on that, right where the blockers were camping, but pushing it out to the pin made it difficult for the blockers to follow it all the way out there.
Big serve Baldessari picked up by Parker down the line. Nice attack right on the chalk for the Parker kill. And we're 9-8. Johnny's up by 1. Parker to serve, looking to knot things up at 9. Sent over. Baldessari is there. Murnane into the middle. Scheider looking for a little dipsy doodle. Goes up with his right hand. Tries to tip it over into the gap with his left. Unfortunately, the net in his way, and it's a point Parker. We're knotted at 9 in set 1. Short serve, Hagel goes down to get it. Murnane outside. Blazer cocks and fires, picked up out of the block. Blazer's going to fire again. Here comes Parker one more time. Back row attack, it's a good one. Big time attack, scores for Parker. Blazer there came in with the setter. Setter, smart move, set back row on the right side because Blazer had come inside and there was no blocker there. Baldessari pops it up and Pofu sends it over to Blazer. Blazer winds and fires. Tough angle, Blazer makes good, and we've hit the Herkster point here in set 1, 10-10. Scheider to serve, he goes deep corner. Back row attack, wow. Flying through midair, tips it over the block and scores. Unbelievable attack there from Parker. So lineup here, we got both middles serving, slightly different from the first match. Left-hander sends it over, Hagel goes down to get it. Murnane quickly to scram this time. Big attack on the left side, nice effort by Hagel. He's getting up a little slowly, he's really throwing his body around. He even got a 5 from the R2 on that one, good effort. Probably also making sure he's okay. 12-10 now. Parker leads by 2. Here comes the serve. It's a lefty. Baldessari is there. Murnane goes outside. Blazer Cox fires. And is long. Point Parker. 3-point lead now for Parker. Oh, excuse me. Touch called. Thank you to the executive producer and spotter, Kara Spoladoro, for catching that one. That's a point to the Johnnies off a vicious Blazer attack, and now Murnane to serve, looking to tie things at 12. Right side attack from Parker. Oh boy, that was a good one. He got up high, turned to go down the line, and now Parker has their 13th point. 13-11 the score. Parker to serve. Wow, rocket serve, but it's wide. Point Johnnies. And now Blazer back to serve. Down 1 again. Johnny's looking to tie things up. Blazer into the 5-6. It floats and floats and floats long. Point Parker. Now they're back to a 2-point advantage. Libero in the orange jersey, white numbers to serve. Parker wears blue with stripes. Hagel there. Murnane pushes back to Mpofu. No one home. Mpofu to the floor. I think we call that a floor denter there. And Mpofu sends it down hard. And now Scram will serve to tie things up. Out of system, free ball over. There it is. Blazers there. Murnane quickly to Scheider. Timing on there. Quinn Scheider up high. Down hard, and we're knotted at 14. The Honorable James D. Welbrock point.
There was some excellent communication that play. Quinn was about to pass that free ball, but he heard Aiden behind him ready to take that ball, so he knew he could just get ready for his attack and not worry about passing the free ball there.
Good communication all around. That overpass, Mpofu thinks it's going to hit the line, tries to pop it up, net in the way. It's a point Parker. They lead 15-14. Down the line, Baldessari is there. Murnane quickly into Scheider off the block, and Mpofu sends it up. Murnane hits the floor. He's well out of position. Right side attack goes down the line. Nice dig, Blazer. Murnane calls everyone else off. Baldessari pushes deep 6. Picked up by Parker. Free ball coming. No, back row attack, loop shot over. Hagel there. Murnane wants Mpofu. Mpofu off the block and scores. Ulati Mpofu having some success from the right side, and we're knotted at 15. Ooh, good thing I got my arm where I do. That would have taken out the camera. Mpofu, big serve, picked up by Parker outside. Joust 1 by Murnane. Joust 2, 1 by Scheider, and Scheider scores. Murnane pushed it back first. Parker popped it back up and over again, and Scheider won joust number 2 to the open floor. Point Johnny's, they lead 16-15. What a wicked serve. The overball sent back by Murnane. He finds a hole, and now St. John's back to a 2-point lead. Timeout Parker. Parker having some ball control challenges, creating the overballs, which St. John's is feasting on.
Those overpass balls, the Johnnies are doing a great job of seeing the court and placing it where nobody is, rather than just, a lot of the times when you get an overpass, we call it a birthday ball because you can just go up and crush it. Sometimes that doesn't work because everybody's standing right in and you're just swinging away at them. But when you see the court, you see an empty spot and you just choose to put it there, it doesn't look as exciting as pounding the ball 10-foot line, but it works just the same.
Excellent point, Audrey. You mentioned in the first match, that's a difference you've seen in this club over the last few months, is increased volleyball IQ, to your point. Alrighty. Mpofu getting ready to go. 2-point lead. There's the signal for ready. There's the toss. There's the jump. There's the strike. Excellent pass. Insistent middle attack. A good one. Dug up by Blazer. Murnane sends it outside. Blazer from the back row. Steps in front of ball. Sorry, they're definitely out of play there. Once you leave the tiled surface, you are out. And it's a point to St. John's. Mpofu's going to give it another go. Now a 3-point lead, 18-15. There's the toss. There's the strike. It finds the back row. Excellent top spin by Mpofu. Scores for the Johnnies, and they've opened up a 4-point lead. 19-15 now. Johnnies lead in set number 1. Mpofu will give it a go again. Big toss, big swing. Perfect pass, right side attack. It's out of the back row. Blazer punches it up. Murnane chases it down. Wants Mpofu back row. Flips it over the block. Nice pickup by Parker. They go over on 2. Mpofu, great job getting an arm on it, but sends it over the net and out of play, and it's a point Parker. Good hustle by Hagel. Almost ends up through the net onto court 40. There comes the ball. It's a point Parker now. The Johnny lead down to 3. And here comes Parker. Big toss. Sent over. Blazer is there. Murnane into the middle. Scheider. Strike. Joust at the net. Scheider again off the block. This time into the bench area. 4 contacts. Point. Johnnies. I was wondering why they didn't take it over. Oh no. R1 said 4. I thought it was 4. The R2 is calling for 3. The R1 is explaining herself. Conversation at the stand there. Don't know if you can see it on the right part of your screen. I had counted 4, but I don't count at all in this ordeal.
I'm going to see if I can get a little instant replay, see what happened here.
We got a replay being called. Audrey looking at the monitor, catching the replay. Blazer wants an explanation now because the R1 signaled for a replay.
I believe the first contact was a block.
Okay.
I think a replay is the right call here.
You think it was only 3? Okay. So we're going to adjust our score. 19-16 Johnnies. Parker to serve. The volleyball gods say 4 contacts.
The volleyball gods have disagreed.
Serve is long. Point to the Johnnies. 20-16. Now Baldessari back to serve. Baldessari crushes the ball. Nice pass, but it's over. Blazer is there. Murnane back to Blazer. Blazer cocks, fires into the block. Great job, Hagel. Blazer again. Great job again by Hagel. Now Mpofu. Boy, it's a block fest. Oh my gosh. That's off of Hagel and back over the net. Back row attack. Falls to the floor, a little off pace. Hagel came in and the attack hit off his head and bounced back over the net. Parker takes the point. They're down 3. Here comes the serve. It's down the line. Baldessari, over ball. Murnane blocked. Murnane over to Blazer, blocked. It is a block fest by Parker. They are controlling the net at this juncture and have worked their way back in. An equipment timeout here. Libero Hagel, who's been all over the place, he's going to need an ice bath after this one. 20-18, Johnny's on top. Parker to serve, sent over. Hagel right there, perfect pass. Murnane with options. Outside, Blazer up high, picked up. Joust at the net. Won by Scheider. We're playing on. Scheider with the dig. Murnane fakes the attack and goes back over to Scheider, who finds the net. Point, Parker. Timeout called Johnny's. Murnane went up as though he was going to attack. He came off the tack and shot it over to Scheider. I think Scheider may have gotten fooled as well, thinking Murnane was going to go over on 2, but the set was low. Point Parker, and now they are down 1, looking to tie things up here in set 1. Johnny's break the huddle. They've taken the floor. Parker has been on the floor ready to go. And here we are. Service just out. Coach's point. Point Johnny's. Coach's point awarded to the coaches when they call a timeout, and the ensuing serve is a service error. We give credit to the coaching staff. Scheider off the net cord and over. Nice pickup by Parker, and they end up with the point. Holy cow, was that a nice pickup. It kind of looked like a lift to me, but it was a heck of a play by Parker. They're going to earn the point and earn their 20th point. They still trail 1. Johnny's clinging to a 1-point lead. Left-handed serve over. Baldessari sends it back. Here comes Parker. Look out. Right side attack. Big swing over the block. Murnane punches at it, but sends it over to court 35. And we are knotted up. The blackjack point.
Things are starting to get a little scrappy here. It's important that we keep this chaos controlled rather than a frantic kind of chaos. Chaos is good as long as you're in control of it, causing it to the other team.
Racing to 4 here in set number 1. Here comes Parker, the left-handed serve over. Baldessari is there. Murnane goes up. Slam dunk on 2. Will Murnane scores for the Johnnies. Earns his way back to the service stripe. 1-point lead. It's 22-21. Murnane down the line. It's over. Hagel is there. Murnane outside. Blazer, cross-court winner. Aiden Blazer with the bomb into the 4-5 seam. No question about it. Cleanly to the floor. Well within the sideline. Johnnies now lead by 2. And they need 2. Murnane to serve. Murnane into the 6. Passed up high. Chased down. Right side attack. Big swing over the block. Picked up by Baldessari. Murnane pushes back to Mpapu. Roll shot over the block. Picked up by the libero. Right side attack again. Big swing. Double block. Hagel comes screaming in. Can't get to it. Point Parker. Good contact on the block, but it fell innocently to the floor on the Johnny side. And now Parker looking to tie things up. Johnny's in a side-out, serve-out situation. Good serve. Blazer, good pass. Murnane back to Blazer. Blazer down the line. The block is there. We're knotted up at 23. The next team to lead by 2 will take set number 1. Here comes the serve. Roll shot over. Hagel goes down to get it. He can't come up with it. And now Parker serving for set 1. but not before a Johnny timeout. 24-23. Parker looking to end set number one. Coming out of this timeout, Johnny's looking for another coach's point.
This is where the Johnnies start to become really passionate, and it's important that they make their passionate energy good and not negative.
Good and not negative is the call from our color commentator. And here's the serve. It's a net serve, another coach's point. 2 for 2 on coach's points in this set. You get 2 timeouts, it's earned 2 points. Now Blazer, needing 2, will send it over. Floater in the middle, sent outside. Nice dig by Hagel, nice dig by Blazer. Baldessari is up high, gets underneath it, sends it into the stands. Point Parker, and now Parker has their second set point. Johnny's 1-0 on the day, Parker 1-0 on the day. Serve over, Hagel is there. Murnane sends it back to Mpofu, he can't get to it. Point Parker, set Parker. They take set number one in overtime, 26-24. Johnny's showed well. Unfortunately, couldn't close, and it's a set one victory for Parker, 26-24. Parker, the B seed in this bracket. Johnny's the C seed. And set one was a good battle. I'm going to step aside, take a break. I'm going to put on some Chad Johnson music. This is called Fire and Steel.
When I was growing up, Dad told me that nothing in this life is for real. Oh, you wait like fire and light. You shine like polished steel. Never turn your back on a true friend. Best troubles in your life. 2 hard days, work at your very best. You sleep in peace each night. Oh, fire and steel. Oh, fire. Now my memory speaks me back in time when my daddy raised me proud. Walk soft when you have to follow. When you lead real loud. And now my nights are filled with living and sleep consumes my days. I can turn my back now, 'cause I ain't got a friend. Oh, fire, see. Oh, fire, see. You wanna know how my life turned out? All about dreamers live and dreamers die. Every night our lifetime, wonder why. Got my fire in the bottle and steel in my guitar.
All right, back ready for set number 2. Will Murnane's going to get us going now. Good serve, nice pass in system as Parker. Strong side attack, look out. Look out below. That attacker was way in the air. Came down with a blistering shot straight to the floor. And Parker leads 1-0. They'll put the ball in play. Lefty sends it over. Hagel is there. Murnane into the middle. No one there. Murnane shrugs his shoulders, palms in the air. Clearly he had a play called. Audrey, you've been in that situation before. What do you think happened?
Just a miscommunication. Either sounds like someone forgot to run their route. Not exactly sure who or what, but it's just 1 point, and we move on to the next.
Move on to the next, and that next is punched out of bounds for an ace serve. Momentum we talked about, Audrey. We can see the passion under control here. Left-handed serve over again. This is let go and just wide of the camera as well. Nice job by a couple of us tipping the ball away. Now Blazer down 1-3 early in set 2. He's going to try to get the Johnnies back into this thing, deep into the one. It's trouble. It's an ace serve. Blazer. I'm not convinced that one was going to fall in. But sometimes when you put it in a spot, the defender needs to make a play. You get that sort of touch and ace. 2-3 now. Blazer looking to tie things up. Similar spot, different result. Good set outside off the high hands. Hagel sends it over. Joust at the net. Won by Scram. Scrappy little point there as Hagel's dig went up and over, and I think the defender on Parker's side was debating on whether or not to play it and lost focus a little bit, gave the ball right back to the Johnnies. 3-3 now. Blazer sends it deep, a little too deep. Overruled R1, not too deep. That's an ace serve. Aiden Blazer. I think it was ruled out by the lines judge. R1 says, nope, I saw it clearly. It was in. Blazer scores. Blazer now short. Maybe the volleyball gods have spoken on that one.
The volleyball gods are active tonight.
Active tonight, this approaching Easter weekend. Big serve over. That one's long. Blazer almost went up to play it. 5-4 now with number 4, Owen Scram to serve for the Johnnies into the 6. Passes there, middle attack, down hard. Murnane gets a hand on it. Nice job in Pofu keeping it alive, and we play on. Here comes Parker, right side attack this time. Big swing down the line. The ball is caught up in the netting. It was ruled touched. I think it was probably in and touched.
That's what it seemed like to me.
5-5 off that Parker kill down the line. Libero, orange number 10 to serve. Lefty sends it over. Hagel is there. Outside attack. And Pofu going cross court. Misses by half a tile. Points Parker. Parker now takes the lead. 6-5 in set 2. Should say they take the lead back. 6-5. Set 2. Baldessari, good pass. Back row attack. Blazer right into the block. Blazer let her rip. The Parker defender read it well. Point Parker. Now they lead 7-5. Lefty sends a looper over. Hagel tries to drop his arms. Successfully drops his arms, unfortunately hits his shoulder. Ace serve, and it's 8-5. Run here by Parker. That one definitely long. Point Johnnies. And Pofu back to serve. Down 2. Big toss, big jump, big strike. No over ball. Attack into the net. Point Johnnies. Nice job by the Parker setter to go up and get that ball. Set is outside. Fortunately for them, the attack's in the net, and it's 7-8. And Pofu looking to tie things up. Another good serve. Good pass again. Right side attack. Look out. Down the line. It scores. Lots of success going down the line on the right side for Parker. They lead by 2, 9-7 in set 2. They also lead 1-0. Sent over. Baldessari pops it up. Quinn Scheider with the quick attack out of the middle. Scores. What'd we call? We call the lift?
Upref thinks that's a lift. Maybe he took it too far back, carried it too far forward. That one's more of a judgment call than a strict rule, I'd say.
Okay, Murnane back row to Blazer. He goes deep one, picked up by Parker. Strong side attack, big swing, dug up by Blazer, but Johnny's in the net, and it's a point. Parker, and things unraveling a little bit for your Johnnies. Now down 4. They're also down 1-0. Short serve, trouble. More trouble. Baldessari pops it over. Here comes Parker, middle attack. Block of Scheider is there, but it's on the Johnny side. It's another point, Parker, another timeout, Johnnies. 12-7. Johnnies can't get into a rhythm here.
Something I would like to tell the Johnnies right now is that every point is crucial in volleyball. But when you make a hitting error or a passing error or any sort of error, it's only 1 point. No matter how bad the error is, no matter how good the other team kills, it's only worth 1 point, and you can't let that carry into the next point. So making a mistake, it's okay because it's only 1 point. But if you're going to let that mistake drag on and make you lose the next point and then the one after that and the one after that, that's what we want to eliminate. We called it having a Dory mindset in college. Have the play happen, and then Dory mindset, forget about it, next ball. Don't let it affect the next play because it has nothing to do with it.
Well put, Audrey. Parker, 5-point lead. Can we get another coach's point? No. Nice pass, Baldessari. Murnane back to Baldessari. Tip shot over the block. Picked up by Parker. Sent outside. Tip shot over our block. Nice job, Hagel. And Pofu's going to set it across. And Baldessari into the block. Picked up by Parker. Strong side attack. Block! Scheider. Assist. Murnane. Point. Johnnies. Good stop there. R2 has a towel. I think people are sliding along over there on the far side. So we get the towel trying to dry up the floor. Dangerous situation with a wet floor. Whoops. Let's give the Johnnies a point, shall we? There we go. 8-12. Johnnies down 4. Baldessari sends a shot into the 6. Picked up. Middle attack. Into the net. Point Johnnies. Baldessari now down 3, 9-12. Looking to get the Johnnies into double digits. Nice serve, good pass, right side attack. It's a back row attack down the line, picked up by Hagel. Murnane goes back row to Baldessari, and he fires into the 1-2 seam, deflected into court 37. Point Johnnies, nice attack. Baldessari continues at the service stripe. Now Johnny's down 2, 10-12. Good serve. Blazer takes the overpass. Murnane back to Blazer. Down hard. Collision on the Parker side. They both get up. They look okay. Blazer scores for the Johnnies, and now Johnny's down 1. Baldessari looking to tie things up in set number 2. Johnnies need the set to get to 3. Good strong serve. In-system pass. Back row attack. It's wide. Ooh, right in the back of the head to our neighbors. Not very friendly to court 39. Sorry about that. Not a lot we can do. And now we're 12-12. Baldessari changing things up a little bit. Good serve. Good pass. Back row attack again. Big swing. Hagel through the fingertips and out the back door. Point Parker. Big time attack. They do a lot of right side attacking, does Parker. They lead by 1. Here's the serve. Hagel there. Perfect pass. Murnane with options. Quick attack to Scheider. Picked up in the back row. Another back row attack from the right side. This one finds the net, and we've hit the black cat point. 13-13. Quinn Scheider to serve. Scheider up, Scheider over into the 6, picked up nicely, strong side attack, down the line, it's wide. Point, Johnny's. It was an attack that went straight to the floor, but it missed by a tile, clearly landed in the red area around the blue court. Point Johnny's, and they lead 14-13. Scheider, good serve, pass and system, strong side attack, roll shot over and down. Point Parker. 14-14, the Honorable James D. Wellbrock point here on court 36. Serve over, Hagel there. Murnane with options. Blazer into the middle, scores. Aiden Blazer goes up and puts the ball down. He went thumb up, spinning it to his left for the successful kill. And now Murnane back to serve with a 1-point advantage, 15-14. Murnane off the net cord, ace serve, Will Murnane scoring for the Johnnies, 16-14. I think R2 warning Parker about rotations, don't leave early. Murnane with a 2-point lead. Wow, look out in the front row and the second row. Maybe even the third row. Murnane got a little bit underneath that one, sent it long. Point Parker. R2 still talking to the Parker players. If you're relatively new to volleyball, one of the deep rules, there's definitely rotation and positioning rules about where you start a serve. Blazer sends it up high. Murnane goes outside. And Pofu down hard for the kill. Good turnover on Parker for the Johnnies, and it's 17-15. Blazer now back to serve, 2-point lead. Blazer softly into the 1-2, picked up. Right side attack, blocked by Scram. Score, Johnnies. 18-15 now. Johnnies lead by 3. They need this to get to a third set. You might say they're fighting for their match lives here. Up 3. Later stages, set 2. In system, Parker goes outside. Block is there, but sent out of play. It's a point, Parker. Strong attack from the left side. Scram came in, got arms on it, but sent it out of play. Baldessari, Hagel, and Blazer wait the serve. It's a good serve. Hagel, perfect pass. Murnane with options. Back to Mpofu. Through the block, to the floor. Somehow, some way, he squeezed that attack through the block. It closed immediately after the ball had passed. Point Johnnies, and now Scram surveys the court. He chooses the 6. It's a good pass. Right side attack. Big swing through the block. Scram goes down to get it. Sends it into court 37. It's a Parker kill. And we're back and forth here. Oh boy, I'm going to have to take off my headset and go get it.
This ball's long gone. Court 39 has our game ball and is not sure where to put it, so Mike ran all the way to the ref stand to retrieve it, and we should be back in play shortly.
Had to pick that one out of the ref stand. They thought it was their ball. All right, here's the situation. It's 19-17. Johnny's on top. Left-handed serve was a good one. Blazer, perfect pass. Murnane goes back to Mpofu. No one home for the block. And Mpofu cleanly to the floor. And the Johnnies win the race to 20. They've entered the red zone. 2017. Nice pass, nice set, nice kill. Murnane disguises it well. Set up Mpofu for a isolation block, and he made good. Mpofu, big toss. Finds the net. Point Parker. (2018). Johnnies lead by 2. Again, they need the set to take it to a third. Murnane outside. Baldessari up high. Down hard. Floored enter from Baldessari on the left side. scoring for the Johnnies. Again, Murnane holds the block in the middle, and Baldessari had limited block against him. He wins his way back to the service stripe. He finds the net. Back-to-back servicers for the Johnnies.
I think we've got to shout out the passers too. Will is making great choices, but the passers passing perfect balls right now are making their block stay disciplined to our middle, which is making it hard to get out to our pins.
You don't have options without a good pass. Strong side attack coming. It's off the antenna. Point Johnnies. Well put, Audrey. There's no question about it. If the ball control isn't there, the setter doesn't have options. Scram back in. Scheider back to serve. 3-point lead. He needs 3. Scheider, good strong serve off the deflection. Out of play. Ace serve. Quinn Scheider. Point Johnnies. Timeout Parker. Johnnies 2 points away with a 4-point lead. Again, down 1-0, so they need this to get to a third set. Audrey, we talked about positioning on the serve being important. Why don't you give us a brief overview of positioning, overlapping, that sort of thing?
As in where we're putting our serves?
No, where you need to serve receive. Who can be in front of who, and who can be left of who, and why
rotations.
Is it, rotations and just positioning on the serve receive so you're not out of rotation.
It's tricky because serve receive, you're moving around a lot. You're adjusting to where the other team is serving the ball, so you really have to be aware of everything that's going around you. You know, if the person to your left takes a step back or forward or whatever, you have to adjust to that sometimes too.
All right, out of the timeout, Quinn Scheider looking for the 24th point. Scheider, good serve, trouble. Back row, free ball, not coming back. Quinn Scheider, we'll give him credit for an ace. Technically, maybe not an ace, but we'll give him credit for ace, and now he's on the hook for set 2. And to tie this thing up, 1-1. Scheider goes short. Perfect pass this time, middle attack. Big swing, block, picked out of the net. Scheider all the way from the back row tries to come up. He can't capture it, and it's a point Parker. Parker still backs against the wall. They need 4 to send this to overtime. Johnnies need a side out. Here's the serve. Sent over. Blazer. Over ball. Sent back over. Baldessari is there. Murnane sent it to Mpofu. He takes a rip at it and he scores! Mpofu. He's got such a quick attack. The block is just can't catch up to it. It's 25-20, your set 2 score. Your Johnnies knot things up at 1. Go top off your beverage. Go top off your beverage. Maybe get a sandwich, but don't go far because set 3 is coming up shortly, and it's going to happen fast. Race to 15 in just a moment. I'm going to rest my voice a bit. I'm going to give you some ride-along Chad Johnson music.
Let it cry, let it be. Last kiss for you and me. We'll turn the page, the win and the win. Heart of gold, heart of love. Can't see it's all above. Well, what's worth gets better every day. Feel the good won't coming on in an old-fashioned country song. Well, brown eyes singing all night.
Whoops, sorry about that. Cut the music a little abruptly. I'm so excited about the Johnnies breaking the huddle, you know? Not really, but we're going to go with that. All right, Johnnies work hard to knot things up, and now we go to a third and decisive set here. We're racing to 15. Johnnies 1, Parker 1. Again, I mentioned Parker 15th seed overall. strong club in their own right. Johnny's coming after a great victory over Eau Claire, who was the 5th seed. Tough bracket for the Johnnies here on day number 1. At Parker University out of Dallas, Texas. We'll go with that. That's what Google says anyway. I don't know if it's the same Parker, but that's what I'm going to go with for now. And I apologize if I'm wrong. All righty. Both teams back on the floor. R2 continues to talk to the Parker sideline and coaching staff. I don't know. I see the coach making an adjustment on our sheet, so
I'm not sure if that's allowed, actually.
Well, I'm guessing it might be a captain designation, Audrey. I think
it sure better be.
Will says hi. If you're out there and you're a Will supporter and you're watching on the text, send us a message. We'll see if we can't relay the message.
I believe Will said he sent the link to his friend group. So
well, I hope Will's friend group is tuned in and watching. I'm sure there's 1,000 friends that Will has, so they're probably all gathered around, probably in some big auditorium. Trying to pick up some Will talk there. I don't know if I got any. Probably shouldn't distract him. All right, we're racing to 3. We're racing to 15. Set 3 starts now. Murnane, loop shot over, picked up nicely. Strong side attack, single block, but it's a double with Scram. Scram comes in late to close the block and earn the point. The first point of set number 3 goes to the Johnnies. Murnane, another serve, deep 6, picked up nicely, sent over on 2, but right back by Blazer, punched over, and Pofu sends it up high. Hagel sends it outside, Blazer gets on top of it, it's deflected, it's not, oh my gosh, unbelievable play. Are you kidding me right now? I think they're off the tiled surface. They are off the tiled surface. I think the libero made a great play, but I think when both of his feet left the tile, he was resting on the chairs, he's out of play. And I see part of the discussion maybe the new libero number 3. Nice attack out of the middle. Scores for Parker, and they're on the board. Audrey, I think that might have been, they went to a double libero situation. Number 3 has been playing all day. Now he's wearing a libero jersey, so that could have been part of the discussion. Maybe they were just adjusting the libero tracker to indicate that number 3 was a libero.
That could be it.
Number 40 sends it over. Blazers there. Perfect pass. Murnane goes outside, and Pofu partially blocked. Right side attack dug up by Baldessari. Murnane wants Blazer on the right side. Blazer over the block. Picked up by Parker. Right side attack. Big swing off the block. Hagel is there. Murnane with options. Goes back row to Baldessari. Tip and blocked back. Hagel sends it back over, and it's back once again. We get a net violation on somebody. I don't see who was called on. Net violation, Johnny's. Point to Parker, and it's 2-2. Scram pleading his case. R2 shakes her head and chuckles. Clearly not winning that battle. Sent over. Blazer with the pass. Murnane back to Blazer on the right side off the high hands. Picked up and down. Blazer scores for your Johnnies. Now back to serve as Blazer sends it over into the 1-2 seam. Ball comes flying in, and wow, somehow, some way, not sure how, but the right side attacker snuck that one over the block for the kill, and it's 3-3 in set 3. Baldessari, Murnane, back to Baldessari, off the high hands, punched at by Parker. It's in play. Strong side attack, big swing over the block. Touch called, point Parker. 4-3, Parker leads. Number 7 to serve. He sends it over. Baldessari is there. Murnane into the middle. Scram off the block. Punched at by Baldessari. Strong side attack as a roll shot over the block. No coverage for the Johnnies. Point Parker. Now they lead by 2. It's 5-3. Johnnies had a 2-point lead. Now Parker has a 2-point lead. Baldessari with the pass. Murnane goes back to Mpofu. Big swing. Dug up by the libero. Strong side attack. Into the block. Scram picks it out of the block. Free ball over Blazer. Here comes Parker one more time. Right side. Big swing into the block. And down. Parker scores. They've doubled up the Johnnies. 6-3 here in set 3. No timeout yet. Short serve over. Hagel there. Murnane outside. Baldessari just rips it. Enough of the dipsy doodling, enough of the shot making. Sometimes you just uncork one, and Baldessari there scores for the Johnnies. Back to serve now is Scram. Scram finds the net. Point Parker. Hagel back in. Libero number 3 serving. Sent over. Blazer there. Perfect pass. Murnane with options. Scheider up high. Picked up by Parker. They're going to go strong side. Block Mpofu. Excuse me. Not coming back. Point Johnnies. Nice job by the Johnnies earning that point. St. John's down 2, 5-7. Mpofu serving. Big strong serve. It finds the baseline. Ace serve. Ulati Mpofu for the Johnnies. And now he'll serve to tie things up. Mpofu. Big toss. Big swing. Perfect pass. Outside attack. It's a good one. Blazer gets hands on it, but it goes right through the hands, and we're not tied. Parker's up by 2. 6-8, Johnny's down, set 3, Parker halfway home. B seed, C seed, proving its worth. Number 32 is going to serve. The R2 is now talking to 2 Johnnies, both Murnane and Scheider. I don't know what the discussion is all about. Audrey, did you capture what's going on there? Because now the R2 is talking to Parker.
I'm not following. Could be some chatter.
Too much chirping?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah, I think there may have been some chirping involved. Who knows? Maybe it's just a stare down, that sort of thing. Serve over, Blazer there, perfect pass. Murnane with options, outside, Baldessari up high, down hard. Baldessari scores for the Johnnies. Now he'll earn his way back to the service stripe. Baldessari looking to tie things up at 8. Roll shot is deep. Point Parker. Second time in a row. The Johnnies have given up the ability to tie. Parker maintains a 2-point lead. It's 9-7. Parker on top. Here comes the serve. It's a strong one. Sent back over one-handed by Hagel. Nice job. Middle attack. It's a good one. Point Parker. Now they lead by 3. 10-7. Parker leads. Big serve. That one is cleanly into the net. It's long. Point Johnnies. 8-10. They're down 2. Quinn Scheider at the service stripe. Scheider goes short. Picked up nicely. Strong side attack. It's a quick one. It's a good one, and it's a point Parker. Parker turning over the Johnnies each and every time. And we're running out of points. 8-11, your Johnnies trail in set 3. There's the toss. There's the strike. Baldessari sends it up. Murnane can't get to it. Ace serve. Point Parker. Timeout. Johnnies. I'll rest my voice again. We're going to do a live listen-in to St. Paul, Minnesota.
Oh my God! They switch because it gets the defenseman on their forehand. Wild kept the puck in the zone and hit Hughes in the pants and stayed in the zone.
Now after it vacated, they move back in, hit the side of the net with it. Zuccarello from the corner. Bank pass to Hughes. Boldy to Hughes. At Boldy again in front, and that deflected off the skate of Kaprizov and down the ice.
The Wild also something to watch. They don't take many penalties themselves. They've had 48 more power plays than time shorthanded this year.
A little Wild listen-in. They're on the power play. They're up 1-0. More importantly, Parker is up by 4 here in set 3. They're up by 4. They need 3. Serve over. Baldessari pops it up. Murnane with options. Goes outside. Blazer steps into it down the line. It's long. There's no touch. Point Parker. It's now 13-8.
If they're going to switch the momentum around, now's the time to do it. It's not too late, but it's got to be soon.
Good strong serve. Baldessari, good pass. Murnane goes outside. Blazer roll shot into the net. Now it's getting too late. 8-14. Johnny's down 6 with nowhere to go. Here comes Parker. Net serve. It starts there. Now Johnny's down 5. Will Murnane at the service stripe.
It's not too late till that up ref crosses her hands across her chest, but it's just a lot harder now.
Here comes Murnane. There's the crossed hands. Murnane finds the net. Point Parker. Set Parker. Match Parker. Good battle, but the Johnnies come up short. And they'll be back after a match to face Army on the neighboring court. It looks like the next match is about to start, so we should be about an hour out from Johnny volleyball. Johnnies drop a tough one to Parker. A good squad, again 15th overall. And as the Johnnies drop their match, the Wild give up a power play goal, and the game is now tied 1-1. No, not a power play goal, worse, a 4-on-4 goal. Oh, unlucky bounce. Shot goes wide, hits the back wall, comes out the other side, right to an awaiting Canuck, and he plants it. I did hear there was a April Fool's joke played yesterday. The Canucks posted that Quinn Hughes was coming back. Certainly not the case. All right, we'll sign off for now. We'll be back in a match or so. We'll be one court over to the left of your screen for St. John's versus Army. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll talk to you soon.